Welcome everyone to another live stream. Hope you're all having a great day today. Welcome Mobile Typer, good to have you here. You want to place any bets on whether or not we're going to have the same chatbot problem we had last stream and the stream before? Because that was fun. Who doesn't like dealing with chatbots sending inappropriate messages in live streams? For those of you who don't know, I try to keep the stream very family friendly, so stuff like that annoys me just because it kind of goes against my whole purpose for streaming. You know, making it open for everyone. Alright. I feel like my webcam's always pointed too high. And yes, I know the dolphin picture behind me is not level. I can't get it to level, so I'll probably just need to get some more nails in the wall. More contact points. Gets you to do your job for once. Hey, those are your words, not mine. Alright, let's get started with racing. Probably could reposition this a little bit. Actually, it's fine. We'll just leave that. Mobile, would you mind sending the race link every once in a while in the stream? I can send it the first time, but... There we go. Alright, go back to my garage so I can go full screen. I've decided to use back to school stuff now because it seems like a lot of people are back in school. Ah, it looks like we both got the race link. Nice. Alright. I haven't been typing as much recently as I thought I would. Let me take off my watch. There we go. Oh yeah, I don't have the color text theme on. I gotta do that. That was a good race. It beat me to it. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, everyone knows that I am the best moderator. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's this one. There we go. Mobile Typer is the best moderator. Everyone is the best moderator. I don't really have a ranking system in my head. We'll invite some people because that's always fun. Not a whole lot of people online today. Not a lot of people in the stream either. Not a great race. Where does the XP go for the daily challenges? My guess is it goes into the lifetime XP. That would be my guess. I could be wrong though. Not a great race, but not too bad either. Man, there's like no one in the stream except Mobile and me. We have all moderators and no one else. I guess you better not spam in the chat, Mobile, or the channel creator has to start moderating their moderators. That'd be funny. Actually, can I do that? That was a bad race. Yeah, I can still put moderators in timeout. I think that's kind of, I mean, it makes sense why they would do that, because if a moderator starts acting up, which we all know Mobile Typer likes to do, I gotta be able to stop him, right? Mobile Typer wouldn't do that. Unless it was a joke. That was a meh race. Welcome, Victoria. How you doing today? What's the prize pool? I can check. I think it is... Somebody sent some cash at the end of the last stream, so I just added it to this one. $5,183,627. And we have no responses yet for the prize pool giveaways, so make sure... If you haven't entered that, make sure to do so. It resets every time I stream, so if you entered once before, you do have to enter every stream, because it's a new form every time. That was, I guess it wasn't the greatest race, but it wasn't too bad. I haven't typed like at all in the last week, so I'm going to be out of practice for a couple days probably. It's good to hear you're doing good. Is anyone in the stream up to anything fun? I imagine most of you guys are getting pretty close to getting back into school. I am, just a couple weeks away. That was a pretty good race. We'll do a giveaway in about 15 minutes. I'm just going to pick somebody from the race for that, so... That was also a good race. See, my phone's going off. Oh. It's just YouTube letting me know that I went live on my channel. It usually does that just about every stream. Hang on. My phone case is really grippy, so I can't get it back in my pocket very easily, and it's really annoying. But I'd rather have that than the other, like a really slippery phone case, than I'm dropping it all the time. Your short popped off? Oh, it did? Nice. Let's see. How is it doing? 1.1K. That's pretty good, yeah. I mean, that's about what I would expect for a YouTube short, to be honest. I basically, whatever a good video in views would be, I'd multiply that by like 3, and that's what a good short would be. So like a good video with good views would be like 200. So 600, probably to even 1,000 would be pretty normal. So yeah, it's doing pretty well. Welcome, Will. How you doing today? Good to have you here. Decent race. That was a good race. My school wants me to have the same Chromebook for the entirety of high school. Oh, it's already yeah. Chromebooks aren't great. I've had my school one for a long time. I had the option to purchase it at the end of my high school career, but I didn't because I didn't want to spend. It wasn't that much, but it was still like $30 for the computer. I'm like, I'm not even gonna do it for that. I'd only take it if it was free. And then for a while, I had a personal Chromebook, like one that I just used for. Actually, I ran it on. What was it? A couple years ago, I think I used it as my main computer, and I ran all the channel videos from it, and it was not good. It was really laggy and slow, and it actually just randomly died on me one day, which forced me to upgrade to my gaming laptop, which then I upgraded to this. So go to private school, you get iPads, but you got to buy them yourself. That sucks. Yeah, my college does provide us with iPads, but they're definitely not free. They're included in tuition, which we have to pay. So welcome, Steven. Good to have you here. How's everything been? Hope the live is going well. It is going well. It's been kind of quiet, but hopefully we'll get picking up here in a little bit. You know, it's Sunday afternoon. Everyone's probably out with their families doing stuff. But yeah, how you doing, Steven? That was a good race. Doing your lives, giving out money? Too much at times. Nice. Yeah. I don't know, I'd rather do too many giveaways than not enough. But with my cash sending limit, I can't go too overboard. I've got to get in contact with support and get that worked out at some point. I keep saying I'm going to do that, and then I completely forget that I need to do that. I promise I'll do that at some point. Hopefully before I leave for college, so that I can at least get in a couple big giveaway streams. The blue highlight over the letter in the text is so delayed. Oh, really? I don't even really notice anymore if that's what's going on. Let's check the live stream, because sometimes it'll be a little behind on the live stream, like even without lag. Or if that's what's going on. Let me mute my stream. Ooh, they updated the mute button. Wait, they updated all the symbols. What the heck? Nobody told me they did this. Yeah, it is definitely a little behind. Yeah, Steven, I keep getting notifications for your live streams, but I'm always at work. Oh, for your computer. Okay, I was gonna say it's maybe just tiny bit off on everyone's probably. But I don't really read where the blue thing is. I just kind of read the words, if that makes sense. Decent race. Could have been better, but kind of choked in the middle. Check garage. I will make sure to do that, Mobile. Thank you, Mobile Typer, for the $4,816,373. I will add that to the prize pool. That's a very specific amount of money. But still, very appreciated. You did not have to do that. I finally got Mobile Typer paid back for all the times that he was running my giveaways for however long that was. So now we're exactly at 10 million. I can see why he sent that much cash. Very appreciated. What back to school car should I use? Should I keep using this one or should I go with a different one? Accuracy's really good now, wow. Thanks. Yeah, I've been working on it. I still have plenty of races where it's in the low 90s, but I'm getting there. Ooh, use the bottle. Yeah, we can do that. What's that called? I don't even know what it's called. H2Go. I used to know that, but not anymore. My memory's not that good. Water. Is that not what that trail is called? Oh, I know what it's called. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. It's storming outside right now, so my internet usually holds up pretty well in storms, but lightning will cause it to go out sometimes. Oh, I thought this was the good long bones. Is everyone back in school yet? I start school the 27th, but I move in the 22nd. I know that's kind of late though. A lot of people start earlier than they used to. When I was little, most schools didn't start till the very end of August, or sometimes the beginning of September. What car should I use after this bottle? Because I don't want to use this whole stream. It's a decent car. I don't mind it. Pretty fitting for back to school. That's when they did the one event that was like, I guess, science fair themed, kind of, which was kind of a neat thing to do. That was a pretty good race. Yeah, there's a couple variations of Longbones text. I haven't gotten the really good one in a long time. You must be getting the storms that pushed through here last night, early morning. Yeah, I don't know. I have to ask my brother. My brother's a meteorologist. Well, an aspiring meteorologist. But in about 4 years, he will be a meteorologist. Gotta go enter the giveaway. Sounds good. Thanks for hopping in the stream. Have a good rest of your day. Has anyone gotten the good Longbones text in the last, I don't know, couple weeks? Because I haven't gotten it in a long time. And I think the one time I did, a couple months ago, I choked it really hard. Decent race. Okay, now we have 4 people in the forum. Okay. So if you haven't entered that, make sure to do so. It's the link that is pinned in chat, and it gives you an opportunity to win some more Nitro type cash at the end of the stream. I did hear about the tornadoes in North Dakota from my brother. Again, he's real into weather. He has been for a long time, so most of the weather things I hear about are from him. That was a bad race. Yeah, so that's the race link. If you want to enter the regular interval giveaways, that's where you'd enter. Because if you race with me and you're in the race that ends up being the giveaway race, that's how I pick the winner, just with a random number generator. But if you want to win, or if you want a chance to win the final giveaway, there's a Google form you have to enter. Yeah, I don't know if mobile meant to copy the race link or not, but that's what he ended up putting in chat, so. See, that's the thing, is I run giveaways from 2 places, and I'm actually considering consolidating it. So I still do my regular giveaways, but I just use the Google form for that too. That might be a little more fair. That way, if you can only be here for the beginning part, you have the most opportunities. Or you have as many opportunities, I should say, as somebody who is here the whole stream. Which is kind of what I want. Oh, I just closed out of... Oh, there we go. Okay. Thought I closed out of OBS for a second. Although, in my experience, sometimes OBS will crash and you'll keep streaming, so I don't know how that works. I need to quit being lazy and enter your profile review videos. So I just closed that form. I had exactly enough for one more episode, and that was after waiting a couple days to make the episode. I think I made the announcement on my channel, but I could be wrong. I might have only done that in my mind and didn't actually go to do it. That happens sometimes. Yeah, I have it on my channel, but I can put it on my Discord server as well. So that way it's a bit more visible to more people. Yeah, because I really want to get this series done before I leave for college. Yeah, I will be doing another season here in a bit, and I'll be doing rating your Nitro type teams as well at some point. So. Yeah, that's true, because sometimes I have people join my friend's race that are not in the stream, so I don't know. Maybe this time I will just do it from the forum. Whoever's entered in the forum, that might be easier. That was a good race. Yeah, so definitely make sure to enter that Google form, because I think I'm going to be doing all my giveaways from there. Yeah, I'm even going to do the race giveaways in the Google form, I think, from now on. That way it's just a bit more fair to everyone. So please enter in the Google form if you have not already. Yes. I'm going to try angling my mic up a little bit. There we go. That way I can sit up and not slouch to speak into my microphone. Because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. There we go. It is 1:30, so I will pick some people to win the giveaway. Oh, thank you, the best, for 100,000. I will add that to the prize pool. Hang on, that was not what I wanted to. There we go. All right, let's use a different back-to-school car. What back-to-school cars do I like? The pencil's pretty good. We'll use that one. And for trails, I'll use... This is kind of my back-to-school trail. Alright, so let's pick a winner. So we had 4 people entered. I'll give people a minute to enter the form. Has anyone not entered yet? Yeah, that form link is... I don't know why I didn't copy the link. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so just make sure to enter the forum. Probably just be good to do that at the very beginning of the stream, so that way you don't have to worry about it. Welcome, Gaming with Gamers. Good to have you here. How you doing today? Also, it's really zoomed out for the stream, but it's not on this computer. There we go. Also, please don't do the funny entries. I mean, they're funny, but it's like it throws off the count. I don't know. I can probably delete those responses. Actually, can I delete responses? Hang on. It's giving the weird error for mobile typer. Let me grab your RaceLink mobile. I'll fill out an application for you. There we go. All right, let me visual. I could probably set up something where it limits the amount of characters I can put in. Yeah, we'll just delete that response. Welcome, Ravik12. Good to see you here. How you doing today? Power Surge, the luckiest viewer, just got on. Yeah, Power Surge has won a lot of giveaways. All right, let's do our first giveaway of the stream. I'm doing them all in Google Forms now. How many people do we have? 6? Yeah. It's 2. So that's not what I wanted. So this person. And I can do these both at the same time. I had to do that to grab Mobile's link. So that person's going to win, and we can do another one. 3. That's convenient. So these 2 people are going to win cash. I'll be right back with that. Alright, so Lakin got their million, Sapphire got their million. We will do another giveaway in about half an hour. Thank you to Best for the 100 grand. I'll add that to the prize pool. Oh, that's why I have it zoomed out so far, because I can't see my my Google Sheet, because they're all zoomed. For some stupid reason, if I zoom out on Google Forms, it will zoom out on all the Google products, except for Chrome. It doesn't seem to affect like this. But yeah, I'll add that to the prize pool. Thank you very much. All right, we'll move that back over here. Now we have 8 people in. So yeah, I'm using the Google form for all my giveaways now, because that's just easier to manage. Properties, let's see. 2 o'clock. And then we'll do like 15 minutes after 2, we'll do the final giveaway. Also, Ravik, I'm pretty sure that your account is one of the ones in the next profile rating video. I'm fairly certain. If I didn't do it in this most recent episode, then it's definitely in the next one. Sometimes it all blends together in my head. Not a great race, but not the worst either. Hit 30K earlier today. Oh, congratulations, Power Surge. It's a big milestone. Back before NitroType made the decision to get rid of King of the Race cars, you would have gotten a car for that. That was a decent race, but not the greatest. Yeah, I wish that they had never removed King of the Race cars. I would have had a couple more cars by now. I was hoping to fill out the top row of my garage, because the top row of my garage... Oh, thank you, the Best, for the 100 grand. I'll add that to the prize pool. Thank you, Ravik12, for the 100 grand. I'll add that to the prize pool. Yeah, so this top row is where my King of the Race cars live, and I wanted to get, so I could have gotten the one for 125, which I was really close to getting when they removed them, which I guess would have meant that these are off-center. Also, I think, are these in the wrong order? Does the Rat Rod Scully come after? Somebody pointed that out to me in the comments a while ago. Yeah, that one comes first. Huh. Thank you, Power Surge, for the 3.5 million. Very generous of you. You do not have to do that, but I will add that to the profile rating, to the prize pool. I shot like 2 profile rating vids yesterday. One of them's like a fun one that isn't like technically part of season 4, and one of them is the last regular episode. Okay, so these are apparently supposed to be switched. I really hate the Trifecta. It's one of my least favorite cars in the game. But yeah, I could have gotten that one, and then I'm really close to the 150k. How many races do I have now? 144,000. Okay. I've got a while to go. Thank you, Bastille, for the 500 grand. I will add that to the prize pool. Cool. Let's get back to racing. Welcome, Arentix. You're not that late. We'll still be streaming for another half hour. That was a pretty good race. Did Volatile friend you, Isaac? Let me check. I probably have some requests. There we go. Okay. Volatile. Already friends. Nice. Did not realize that she accepted my friend request. That's cool. You didn't actually bother on Discord about it, did you? I don't really care if you did. I was just like, I don't know. Didn't want to be an inconvenience to anyone, if that makes sense. That was a pretty good race. The shop cars are all returning cars. Oh, they've been for a while, for sure. Yeah, I hope they bring a couple new cars into this event. That'd be nice. Yeah. For why did you put spoilers? I think most people have access to the information if they wanted to, you know. Let's see. Now that I have more people in the stream, I'll ask this question. Anyone been up to anything fun lately? That was a good race. Yeah, the car from the spring event was alright. I just want them to bring more than one new car into this event, because back to school is kind of a big deal. My dad's birthday was yesterday. Oh, nice. Well, happy belated birthday to Power Surge's dad. Not a sentence I thought I would say today, but... Okay, let's see. I think I'm caught up on chat. Decent race. Is anyone in any fun extracurricular activities for school? Not like currently, but just in general. I know we probably got a while before most of them start up, so. Golf? Nice. In my school district, golf is like one of the first things that happens, so if yours is the same way, it should be starting pretty soon, right? Taking Spanish 1 this year. Nice, nice. I took through Spanish 3. I was going to go through Spanish 4, but 1 year we didn't have a Spanish teacher, so I didn't want to do the online program. I tried it for like a week, and I just was like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So yeah, Spanish is a fun language to learn. I've had many different teachers over the years because my school can't seem to keep a Spanish teacher, but I have a lot of fun. I also do Duolingo every day. That's like kind of my Spanish practice now. So I think I'm at like actually, what streak am I on Duolingo? It's like decent. It's not crazy though. I know people with more than me. 346. So in a couple days I'll hit 350. Nope, just having to write paragraphs from historical figures' life, like Lincoln and colleges. Nice, okay. Oh, economies, okay. But like any sports other than the one person that said golf, we all know golf isn't a sport. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Golf is very much a sport. To be honest, if I had the choice to go do it all over again between track and golf, I might have gone with golf. You know, golf probably doesn't make your ankles hurt for 3 months after the season ends. Track will. Decent race. Taking U.S. government and econ. Nice. I don't think I ever had to take an economies class in high school, but I took a civics course and a U.S. history course. And I think I took world history too. I didn't take one. Our school lets you take one or the other. You don't have to take both in any order, so that's nice. But like any clubs, I don't know, maybe we have different definitions of extracurricular activities. Like clubs, teams, sports, volunteering stuff, you know, that type of thing. Yeah. What about when they do start? Like, what clubs and sports are people going to be in? Because I imagine there's not a whole lot going on right now. Yet. Even after the school year starts, sometimes it takes a couple weeks before clubs start. I'm also in a theater class where we build all the sets and props for any plays or shows that happen during the school year. Nice. I was in a theater class for a semester. It was fun. We didn't build any props, but we did a lot of acting and stuff, which was fun. But yeah, I know people who built some of the stuff for our school's plays. It seemed like fun. I didn't have the time for it, but I probably would have if I hadn't some other things going on. That was a good race. I'm in a class where we use theater props for our own movies and videos for the class. Man, where do y'all go to school? My school had like none of that. We had a theater class where we would like act and learn about different acting techniques, and that was like it. I remember Penguin Typer in one of his Day in the Life of Penguin Typer videos had a video from one of his theater classes where he pretended to slap someone in the face. That was pretty funny. I should do a day in the life of me. That'd be fun. The only thing is I wouldn't be able to do it during a work day. Because I can't film in the facility unless it's for work purposes, which makes sense, you know, they don't want trade secrets getting out, right? So it'd have to be a weekend, and my weekends just vary a lot. So I don't know. That might be kind of neat to do at some point, though. Approaching a 150 race session. Nice. It's been a long time since I did a session above 100. That was a good race. My school is huge, 2,550 students. Dang, my high school was 200 people. Maybe 215 to 230 if we consider staff. My school has a couple of TVs, a kitchen, and even a lounge area. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we have a kitchen, but for like the lunchroom, I guess we have like a cooking class, so that class has a kitchen in it, but it's a very interesting kitchen. It's not like one you'd find in a house. It's just like a bunch of cabinets and a bunch of stoves. It's pretty nice though. Not modern, but well equipped. That was a pretty good race. Does anyone else get it where they're typing and in the middle of a race their face will start to itch or something and they'll have to like take their hand off the keyboard to itch their face? Or just power through it. Lunch is 20 minutes long, including getting to the cafe and getting the food. I'm pretty sure in my state that's illegal. I think they have to give us half an hour to actually sit down and eat. Welcome, Believer in Jesus Gaming. How you doing today? Also, welcome, Project Run. I didn't mention that earlier. How you doing today? No problem, Believer in Jesus Gaming. Just glad to have you here. Doing alright, how about you? Doing alright. This will be my last week of work full time before I go back to school, so trying to get everything, I guess, tidied up and ready to go for that. Stream's going pretty well. Isaac, want to know why my school is so jacked? I can't wait to hear the answer. I can just call you Believer if you want. Cool. Sounds good. I was going to say the full name's definitely a mouthful. But that's alright. That was a really bad race. Wow. I'm homeschooled. Nice. I have friends that are homeschooled and they seem to like it. So, or I guess they're not homeschooled anymore because they graduated like 2 years before everyone else did. Because the people that are good at homeschool usually do pretty well. In my experience, they'll get done a year or two early, and instead of go right to college, they'll work for a year or two, and that gives them enough money to at least pay for some of their college. Finally got to 14K races. Well, congratulations. You're back. Good to have you back. I was homeschooled for preschool. That was it. Because my mom was a teacher, so she was able to do that pretty easily. So I didn't actually go into public school till kindergarten, which might be normal in some parts of the country. I don't know. But where I live, you get at least a year of preschool before you go to kindergarten, so. But my mom was so good at teaching that when I went into kindergarten, I was already at like a 1st grade and a half level. So the only thing I had to worry about was really making friends. So that was actually really good that we did that. Welcome, Super Julesy. How you doing today? Good to have you here. In about 8 minutes, we'll do another giveaway. All of my giveaways are ran from the Google Forms now, so if you have not entered the Google Forms, make sure to do that. even the regular interval giveaways I do in the Google Forms now, it just makes things a little easier. It was a good race. Go to a private school, they passed a new law where we can't have phones. Oh, that sucks. My school is cracking down on them this year, so I guess it's good I graduated when I did. I was never on phone, I was never on my phone in class, but if we were done with our work, we were allowed to be on our phones. Like, the teachers did not care as long as we had our work done and we're not being disruptive. But I graduated at the right time. Because now I don't even think you can have them on you in class. Which to me would maybe be a security concern. I don't know, if somebody got into the school. I suppose you would call 911 and not your parents, but eventually your parents are going to want to know where you are, so I'm sure they considered that in their plan though. Not a good race. Yeah, Texas has been hit pretty hard with the phone laws. When I went to school, nobody was allowed to have their phones in class whatsoever. That's how I think my school did it for a couple of years in middle school. They were really strict about it, but in high school they just don't seem to care as much. We never had much of a problem with it though. First the devastating floods and now the strict phone laws. Yeah, Texas has kind of gotten the short end of the stick this year. Yeah, if anyone would like to enter the giveaway, make sure to do that. That is a link pinned in the chat. I almost called it the forum. The forum is pinned in the chat. Make sure to enter that. Yes, you do need to sign in with a Google account. I do not collect your email addresses. That's just to make sure that nobody enters more than once on the same account. There were no mobile phones when I was in school. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting, Stephen P., that you're like an adult. I mean, technically I am, but only really by age. I still don't feel like an adult. Yeah. I mean, there were probably other ways to be distracted in school, regardless of when you went to school. But phones definitely are a unique challenge for teachers, for sure. Again, in my school, we never had a problem with it. There's always going to be that one kid that's just always on their phone. But that was pretty much it in my school. Also, Isaac, have you paid taxes yet? I do that early in the year. So, like, taxes come out of every paycheck for me. And then in spring, I file my taxes. So, pagers and beepers were the thing. Okay. So, yeah, there's always going to be that thing to distract people. When does college start for me? I start classes the 27th of August, but I leave the 22nd, so I've got a little while yet. Wait, Steven, you've been streaming for 6 hours? I would not be able to do that. I don't think I'd be able to maintain focus that long. I'd probably lose my voice. Is the college closer or further away from you than work? My work is 45 minutes from me. College is longer than that, for sure. I could make the drive if I wanted to, but it would be a while. When is the other stream? I do a Thursday stream when I have time. So 7 p.m. Central Time, Thursday evenings. I didn't do one this Thursday for a couple of reasons. I had some stuff going on that night I needed to get done. And for those of you who don't remember, I got my wisdom teeth out a couple weeks ago. One of the sites became like mildly infected, so I didn't really feel like talking because my jaw kind of hurt. Sundays are my chill days. I tried to do the same. This is pretty much like church and this are my only two obligations on Sundays. Saturday is pretty much sit down and make videos all day. Because Lord knows I won't have the time during the week, nor will I have the motivation during the week to make videos. Here's my twin brother checking in. This is the weather nerd I was talking about earlier.
Did you say nice things about me?
For the most part, I think I said nice things about Sam. Yeah, let's see. How was the recovery? It was fine, to be honest. It was so I was really thorough about cleaning the site of removal just because I didn't want it to get infected, but it still got infected. So it wasn't bad though. It was a mild infection. Sam.
I didn't clean mine very
Yeah,
well.
Sam. You can't hear Sam probably on mic, but Sam said that he didn't clean his very well and didn't get an infection. But Sam like never gets sick. It's been years since he's gotten sick, so I think he just has like a goated immune system. Is Sam a Cubs fan? He is a Cubs fan, unfortunately. Where's my cat? Where is my cat? Sam is going to go find the cat. Wait, Sam. Whiskers or Mittens? Okay, I have a couple cats, so Sam will find one of them. Yeah. Sam is unfortunately a Cubs fan. Although they beat the Cardinals yesterday, which sucks. Not a great race, but not the worst. All right. Speaking of back-to-school cards, what should I use now? Oh, I just hit my microphone. Sorry about that. If anyone just went deaf from that. Did what you said worked on my accuracy? Nice. How's that going for you? Yeah, so what back-to-school card should I use next? I have most of them. I don't know if I have all of them. I might have all of them. Dang it, Clutch, you've been here for 5 minutes and somehow beat me on the chat XP board. Yeah, how does that work? How does that rank it? Because it definitely isn't just by the amount of chats you send. AU79? For sure. That's one of my favorite back-to-school cars. Yes, and it is giveaway time. Alright, he found the orange one. This is Mittens. She's sleepy right now, so she's pretty safe to hold. But she, when she's not sleepy, she can be kind of a pain.
Average orange cat.
Yeah. For those of you who don't own cats, orange cats are known for being kind of crazy. Yeah, she's tired right now. So, you know, normally if we hold her and she's like alert, she will complain the whole time. So, Liberty 6-4 plus 3. Oh, that's not a back-to-school car. Welcome, Catherine. How you doing today? I don't, but my cousin has 10 of them. Wow. I mean, we have a lot of cats. I have the 2 inside ones, and we have 2 outside ones. And before anyone comes after me, the outside ones prefer being outside. We've tried bringing them inside when the weather's bad, and they hate that. So, I don't know if we just condition them. Alright, yes, we can do a giveaway. Load her up with lasagna. Yes. She probably would not complain. Alright, so let's do a giveaway. This is in the Google form. I do all my giveaways in the Google form now, so if you've not entered the Google form, please do that. Let's see. Make sure all these are legit responses. They are. Okay. We have 14 people in the forum. That's pretty good, to be honest. Mobile, I don't do the giveaway races anymore. I do them all from the forums. Yeah, so if you've not entered the forum yet, And this is not the final giveaway. This is just a regular interval giveaway. Crap, I forgot. Yep, it happens. Muscle memory, right? Yeah, hit that like button if you haven't already, guys. Super Julesy knows what's going on. That's not what I wanted to do. Also better than 9. Yes, we've been stuck at 9 for the last couple. Where'd it go? There it is. I hope that's the right form. Yeah, that's fine. I actually prefer people to put the full link with the HTTPS. You don't have to, but it does make it easier when I go to copy it over. If you just put racer / I have to do like more work, which is fine. Don't worry about it. It's just me being lazy. Let's see. Okay, I will do. We have 14 people right now. That's a lot more than last time we did this. 14. So the very last response. So it is that person. That's not the racer link though. I'll have to look them up. Yeah. So congrats to this person for winning. I'll be right back with their cash. Oh wait, yeah. That's right. We do 2 people. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional YouTuber. Not really. You think I get paid for this? That'd be kind of neat, but I don't do this for money. Oh. Uh-oh. Did they spell NitroType wrong? That sucks. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what happened? Super Julesy. There we go. Congratulations. I'll be back with both of their cash. Alright. Also, the Click has gotten their million. And Super Julesy's gotten their million. Let's do a bit more racing and then I'll do the final giveaway. We'll do just a couple of races because I do have some stuff I want to get done this afternoon. That does not involve streaming. It'd be nice if I could stream all afternoon, but I'd probably get tired. Not a good race at all. Wow. No, I'm pretty sure I did 2 the first time. How much is the final giveaway? What are we sitting at? 14.4 million. When will I get monetized? When I have enough watch hours. I am nowhere near the requirement. I have enough subs, but not enough watch hours. That's what happens when you make videos that don't have a bunch of unnecessary stuff in them. And you're just very much like, I don't like making long videos, mostly because I don't like editing long videos, so I kind of cut it down to what absolutely has to be in the video, which is probably really how it should be done, but it means that you don't get a lot of watch hours. You have to stream a lot to do that. Want NitroType V2 events? So do I. I don't want to finish the race. I have exactly 30k. What's my current watch hour time? I can check. I don't know for sure off the top of my head. It's definitely gone down. I haven't been uploading as much as I'd like to. Watch hours. So it needs to be 4,000 watch hours in the last year. I have 2.3. Now lifetime I probably have enough. Yeah, I have 4.6 thousand lifetime watch hours, but only 2.3 of them are in the last year. Which is actually pretty good, all things considered, but we can definitely do better. If you've experienced subs decrease, there's been a huge purge of subs. Yeah, I haven't seen too much of a decrease. What if YouTube made a bronze play button for 1 or 10k? They would send out so many bronze play buttons. Like, I'm not even joking. It's not as hard as you'd think to get to 1,000 subs. Even 10,000 is pretty attainable if you go the right route. Obviously, us Nitro type YouTubers are not going to get 10,000 unless we're really consistent for a long time. What's my sub-unsub ratio? Where would I even find that? I don't know. It's probably not that bad. Let's see. Is there a way to see that? I'm gonna Google it and see if it does anything. See more. Where's that? Advanced mode. I'm in advanced mode. I can find it out later. It's probably not bad. I don't have a whole lot of people unsubscribed to my channel. I don't think. That or I have a lot of people unsubscribe and I have just as many people subscribing, which should also be kind of cool. Sub 2021 Nitro type was peak. Yeah, pretty much like from the founding of the game to 2020 was the best years. My favorite years were probably 2018. Basically when I first joined. I wish I had joined a couple years earlier, but oh well. It is what it is. Not a great race. We'll do maybe one more race and then we'll start on the final giveaway. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense, mobile. It's probably them being removed from YouTube. Have I ever talked with Nate, Ace, or Penguin Typer before? I've talked with Nate and I've talked with Penguin. I can't recall ever having a conversation with Ace. And not like through voice chat. I've talked with Penguin through a group DM once for a video he was doing, and Nate I have DM'd a couple times. Alright, let's do the final giveaway. Yeah. Yeah, Penguin's... I don't know, he was pretty active in the community for a while, so... Thank you, Believer in Jesus YouTube, for the 570,000. I'll add that to the prize pool. Very nice. Thank you, Super Julesy, for the 14 million. That's very generous. You did not have to do that. I will add that to the prize pool, of course. Alright, so it is final giveaway time. Our prize pool sits at $28,970,000. If you haven't entered yet, please do so. I'm gonna go to my face cam scene. I always forget I have to sit up, otherwise I look really short on webcam. Like, otherwise I'm like down here. Alright, we currently have 16 people entered. Okay. If anyone needs that link, I can get that to you. Lion Typer? I don't know if I remember Lion Typer. So there's the Google form. Yes, it will make you sign in, but I do not collect email addresses, I promise. It's just so that like I don't have somebody entering a bunch of times on the same account. That would be annoying. Does anyone know if they're going to add any new cars to the back to school event? I'm going to be really disappointed if it's just like reruns. That would be annoying. Tariff said there's a new car? Okay. I'm hoping there's more than one, but I'm not going to get my hopes up at this point. Tariff said there'll be like 4. Is there going to be 4 new cars or 4 total cars? Like 3 reruns and 1 new one? Because I could totally see Nitrotype doing that. I don't think there is a Nitrotype car design team. There's probably like 1 graphic designer for Nitrotype. That would be my guess. So they're probably not just Nitrotype. I imagine most Nitrotype employees don't just work on Nitrotype. Maybe except support. I could be wrong. Well, I know they're at least bringing back the basic bus as like the starter car, because it's an event, so you have to have a car to participate in the event. Okay. We have 16 people entered. Has anyone not entered the form yet? They have the budget? I don't know if they do. Like, you have to keep in mind, it costs a lot of money probably to run Nitrotype, and then they have a lot of employees they have to pay. So they probably bring in a lot of money, but once it gets divided up, and after tax, it's probably not as much as you think it is. That or I'm totally wrong and they're just lazy. I don't know. It could be either way. Their biggest money maker is EDU typing. What's that? I've never heard of this. Is this teaching.com thing? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's a San Juan address. That would be teaching.com. Do they not do oh, edutyping. Okay. Is there a reason that do they have typing.com anymore? Cuz these look so similar. Yeah, they have both. Oh, you get like access to stuff. Okay. That's neat. Yeah, my guess is they take the money they earn from Nitrotype and just put it into other things. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely more of a passive income than it used to be for them, I imagine. Back when they probably had to put in a lot of effort into Nitrotype, that was when it was the best, I think. You know, they're listening to the community, they're adding new stuff. Although if you really think back on it, they didn't really come out with a whole lot of updates. Back when it was just events, you'd get like 2 or 3 events a year and the rest of it was just seasons. Or leaderboard competitions. Back when seasons weren't like events. Seasons used to just be the leaderboards. Basically like leagues, kinda, but more boring. If such a thing could be imagined. Alright, I think we've got everyone in the forum that wants to be in the forum. So I will close the forum. Okay, so 17 people. Let's just make sure these are all legit. One of the annoying things about getting a wisdom tooth site, getting that infected, is that you can't open your mouth all that way. Like even right now, I can't open my mouth very far. Yeah, season titles like Champion Rival. Yeah, that was basically the only thing. Also, after Penguin quit, Nitrotype stopped listening to the community. I kind of get that impression, although they kind of did that beforehand. Alright, so 17 people. We've got, let me zoom back in a little bit. The prize pool sits at 28,970,000. Let's make sure that hasn't changed. Okay, cool. So 17. That would be 14. which is going to be, oh, there we go. Also the click. So, there we go. Yeah, this person, yeah, always make sure to put in your racer link. I mean, I'm fine if you just put in your name, but if there's more than one person with their name, I'm going to have a hard time figuring out who's who. So, congratulations, you're going to win 28 million. I will be right back with that. All right. Also, the click has gotten their $28,970,000. Congratulations. All right. So I can talk with chat for a couple minutes, but I really need to go do some stuff here in a bit. So, anyone have any burning questions they want to ask or anything they want to talk about? No problem, Catherine. Good to have you enter the giveaway. It's always good to send out cash. I have plenty. I actually just dipped below 1.2 billion, which is fine. What is my daily life like? I mean, I can always make a video on it. Again, I can't do anything at work just because I can't film anything in the facility unless it's for work purposes. And I'm going to honor that rule because I don't want to lose my job. So I have... I guess on a normal work day, I can do a work day and a weekend. So on a work day, I wake up at just a bit before 5. Technically it is 5, but my alarm is fast and I've just never fixed it. And that's fine because that way I'm actually dressed and downstairs by 5. I eat breakfast. I take care of whatever animal I'm on for the week. So either dog, cats, or chickens. I'm not like a farmer, but we have a couple of chickens for eggs. I suppose they're better than store-bought. Yeah, I'd say they're better than store-bought ones. Then I'll go read my Bible for a bit. And what do I do? Just kind of get ready for work. So, you know, get your book bag together. If I haven't made my lunch the night before, I'll make my lunch. Fill up my waters, clean my glasses, get my shoes on, get out to the car, clean off the car because it parks outside. So water like gets on the car overnight, just dew and whatnot. So you got to clean that off. The drive to my work is 45 minutes. Then I'm at work. Right now we're working on a capability study, so that's mostly what I'm doing is just these two machines testing parts and getting data for that and analyzing the data. So it's really fun, but it's busy. Then I leave, so I get to work at like maybe a bit before 7, maybe right at 7. I carpool with my dad, so sometimes a little later than 7, because I have to wait for him sometimes to get ready. And then we get to work anywhere from like 6:45 to 7:15. I work until about 4, sometimes 4:30 if I have to wait for the measuring room to be available for parts. I leave work about 4 to 4:30. I get home anywhere from 5 to 5:30, eat dinner, work out, and then usually during the week I don't work on videos. I do that on the weekends. So I'll just race or go down and watch a movie in the basement or whatever. We are farmers. I am actually Guy. This is not my account. Okay, cool. That's fine. I've been calling somebody Catherine just randomly because that's what the name on their YouTube account is. Yeah, I suppose the preservatives are probably a thing to be complications. Do I think the Thwampus will be coming back? I hope they add it at some point. That'd be nice. So when it comes to weekends, Saturdays, usually every other week, I'll go volunteer at the local food pantry just for half a day, and then I'll come home and work on videos. Or I'll just work on videos all day if it's my off week. And then Sunday, I go to church in the morning, and then I come home, I make lunch, and then I stream in the afternoon. I'll usually get a workout in, debating on whether I'm going to do that today, but maybe. I don't know. I hit legs really hard earlier this week, and it fatigued. Like, I was just really fatigued for the rest of the week, so I did not do a second leg day this week, and I only did chest, so I probably should do arms today, but I don't really know if I want to be honest with you. I probably should, but I don't know. I just started working out on a regular basis after the track season ended. I usually take like a 2 or 3 month break, so I don't know. I'm definitely feeling it right now. So I still can't bend my calf straight. How do you pronounce that? Creighton? Is that how you would say it? They hinted it's coming. Well, they've hinted it's been coming for a long time, and they just haven't done anything, so which is kind of frustrating. Your voice is so good to listen to while typing. Thanks. I have like a recording voice. Like my normal conversational voice is just a little different. Not in terms of pitch, but in terms of just how I talk. Let's see. If my routine describing my day didn't answer your question, believer in Jesus gaming, I am religious. Yeah, I'm a Christian. Let's see. And did I miss any other questions? I feel like I just didn't look at chat for like 10 minutes. We are farmers. Okay. Yeah. I'm not. We got the chickens at our... Does anyone else's school do the thing where they bring in an incubator and you get to like raise chickens? Or is that just like a farm school thing that me and my friends did because we went to a very small rural school? I almost said the name of my school. That would have been bad. Although I have said where I go to college, so oh well. Yes, I have done the giveaway. I just did it. That is how you pronounce it. Neat. I'm not always very good with names, so that's kind of neat. My school lets you bring in an animal to be blessed by a priest sometimes. Our school does not do that. That sounds interesting. Yeah, so my school, we did that. We brought home a couple chickens, and here we are with a proper chicken coop and everything. So the justification is the eggs are really expensive, but we've definitely spent more on the chicken coop than we would ever spend on eggs in like a couple of years. So yes, I already did the giveaway. I just did it. All right, I'm going to end the stream. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, so thank you everyone for watching today's stream. If you enjoyed, it'd be great if you consider liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. If you're watching this on replay, hello, hopefully you're having a good day. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this on replay. I'm always interested in that. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all in the next one.